When this came to conception, I was going through that wellness journey and it naturally led me to reduce alcohol. And then I also wanted to keep myself accountable for that wellness journey. Then I kind of started creating drinks. I always created drinks. I was a host. I'm a very hostess person. So anytime people come over, there'll be a special crafted drink. And at this point in my life, I wanted to experiment with like non-alcohol. So I started making that. And you would often see, even in those early videos, before Soca Mocktails has its name, I was playing Soca in the background. It was in the videos. You hear the cast, the bar shells. It was in there. But when I truly got the idea for Soca Mocktails, it was around Thanksgiving of 2024. And I was preparing for Carnival. I was playing Carnival 25. And working out, listening to the music, and I was like, you know what? I'm already putting like soca songs to these mocktail mixes. I think we should do something called Soca Mocktails.
Hello, Kristel. How are you doing?
Hello, Quinn. Good.
I'm happy that you're doing good. I hope you're feeling as good as you look.
I feel great.
Great. I'm happy. Then you are feeling as good as you look then.
Yes.
All right, so just tell my audience a little bit about yourself. I mean, that's a very unique setup that you have there. I have never had a guest with such a dynamic setup. But just tell my audience a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, we set up behind the bar, huh?
Yes.
So I'm Kristel. I am the founder of Soca Mocktails. But before that, I feel like when people ask to say a bit about yourself, you could probably talk about me personally, my journey, how I got here before Soca Mocktails.
Yes.
So I grew up in Trinidad. I'm a Trinidadian, and I came to the States for college. And from there, I kind of got into like the creative space.
Right.
So graphic design, I fell in love with the arts, and it sort of led me into a career path that is around creative. It was more on the ad tech side, but it was still this creative space that I'm in. So yeah, my creative path took me almost, I would say, led me to now content creation and the Soca Mocktail experience. And I'm sure we're going to talk a bit more about that. But
absolutely,
all compiled to this very moment with me behind this bar talking to you.
Beautiful. All right, so you kind of spilled the beans a little bit. So what is Soca Mocktails? Let's start there.
Yes. Okay. So Soca Mocktails is my content series that showcase non-alcoholic recipes, zero-proof recipes. We like to say for the sober curious. And it also incorporates the culture and music and sound of the Caribbean, of Trinidad. So it was I guess I could tell you a little bit more about how that even was born. But yeah, it's a combination of culture expressed with zero-proof experiences.
Interesting. Now, I must say that I was drawn to your content very quickly for several reasons. So let me give you some background. So I don't drink, and I've never really seen people embrace, the whole idea of maybe, I don't know, not drinking or only drinking sometimes, or that whole, whole concept around having fun, particularly in a Caribbean context, because this is a Caribbean-based platform, and we're both Caribbean people. Usually, when we speak about having fun in the Caribbean, alcohol is involved. Let's be honest. And I found it, very difficult. When I go out with my friends, I'm in spaces, so they'll be drinking, and I am not drinking. And it obviously they might make some fun. Yeah, and then you would want to say okay, maybe I should, but I don't really want to, so that was a real struggle for me at times. But on the flip side of that, I also always loved seeing mixology. Like mixology always seemed so intriguing to me, like the art of mixology, because it really is both art and science if you really think about it. and it was really cool to me. So that really drew me to your content, because I'm saying, wow, I've never really seen people embrace that side of mixology. It's usually, the alcoholic side.
Right. And Quinn, I think you touched upon it. Like I hear so many people stories like yourself. They don't really drink, or they're trying not to drink anymore. They just
Right.
want to like moderate. Sometimes people do get that pressure because if you have like something that looks just like a juice or just like a plain soda, like you
Right.
might get that like teasing from your friends.
Right.
And I just feel like we should be able to all like be in the same space, celebrate the moment how we want to. So I really embraced the non-alcoholic experience because for personally myself, I also went through this wellness journey. I used to drink. And I may still have a drink here and there. It's very rare.
Right.
But I always seek a beautiful looking drink experience. It does not have to have
Right.
alcohol. And I will have the same vibes as if I were drinking alcohol. So I wanted to offer people these recipes and these options through the show.
Beautiful. Yes, and I'm seeing that you are accomplishing that. So just for people who don't know what a mocktail is, what is a mocktail? I mean, we know about the cocktails, but what
Yeah.
is a mocktail?
So a mocktail, we can put it in simple terms. It's a drink, a cocktail without the alcohol.
Okay.
And there are many kinds of mocktails. So a lot of people would say, it might just be flavor that your
Hmm.
flavor profiles that you're crafting together. That's a
Right.
beautiful mocktail in itself. But then we have other kinds of mocktails that actually have some functionality to it.
Okay.
So you might have mocktails with like valerian root, which is a common root for that helps you calm, helps you go to sleep. So like you could use that
Okay.
as a nightcap. You could have mocktails with kana,
Hmm.
reishi mushroom. There's a host of them, lion's mane. And what I've made for you here today is one with kava. This is another kind of root that helps you, relax and more on the social side. So you can
Got
go
you.
out to a bar and, socialize with a functional drink or go to what's more of a flavor, crafted flavor profile. So yeah,
Got you.
that's how we approach it.
Got you. Now your brand name, it marries two different things. So it marries soca, as in music,
Yes.
and the mocktail side. Tell me a little bit about that. How do you get those two things, and why marry the music with the drinks?
Yeah, yeah. So I would say I have, well, Soca Mocktails. Soca stands for, of course, our Soca music, but it also stands for sober options, connecting us all,
Got
right?
you. Got you.
And that's what I really wanted was just to have that connection.
Very
But
creative.
yeah, but the soca part of it, of course, is like natural to me. I'm from the Caribbean, from Trinidad, so soca is a
Right.
big part of my life. And I would say when this came to conception, I was going through a wellness journey, and it naturally led me to reduce alcohol.
Got you.
And then I also wanted to keep myself accountable for that wellness journey. So it wasn't just about alcohol; it was about eating correctly, working out. So some of my earlier videos would be like workout videos,
Hmm.
recipes, and then I kind of started creating drinks. I always created drinks. I was a host. I'm a very hostess person. So
Got
anytime
you.
people come over, there'll be a special crafted drink. And at this point in in my life, I wanted to experiment with like non-alcohol. So I started making that. And you would often see, even in those early videos, before Soca Mocktails has its name, I was
Right.
playing Soca in the background.
Yeah. Right.
It was in the videos. You hear the cast, the bars, it was in there. But when I truly got the idea for Soca Mocktails,
Hmm.
it was around Thanksgiving of 2024, and I was preparing for Carnival. I was playing Carnival 25,
Got you.
and working out, listening to the music, and I was like, you know what? I'm already puts in like soca songs to these mocktail mixes. I think we should do something called soca mocktails, and
All right.
it was just going to be a countdown to Carnival. It wasn't going to be this what it turned into.
Right.
So about 12 episodes. I had like 12 weeks, and the first song that kept coming to my mind when I was thinking of the experience of the sober, curious experience was Swappy's Bucket, because in that
Okay.
song he says the perfect line. He was like, Drink whatever you like. People drink. Should I sing it for you?
Go ahead, by all
Sorry.
means.
I'm gonna put on my soppy voice. So he says, "People drink whatever you like." No, no. He says, "You drink whatever you like. People drink whatever you like. Every rag is nice. Every flag is nice.
Right.
Everything is nice." But that concept of drinking whatever you like and enjoying it in a carnival setting, enjoying it with your friends on a liming session, just at home or in a bar, I really like that. It clicked to me. So that had to be my first episode.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so then I'm hearing and I have seen from research that you just started in your living room. You know, you just started with a
Yes.
raw, authentic feeling. To begin with, why did you decide to embrace it that way from the beginning?
Well, I am not a big. I wasn't doing high production content in
Okay, okay,
any
okay.
way,
Got you.
so it was always going to be started like a home base. I'm not a a certified bartender. I always do
Right, right.
home. I have home mixology, I should say. I'm a home
Mm-hmm.
mixologist, so home is the perfect place for it. And also, like, I would be nervous to go film outside or in a bar. This is my first time filming. This is my little comfort zone.
Right, right, right.
So that's where it started here, and I feel like it's bringing people into my space too. I'm welcoming you into my home. Come have a drink with me, and we have a time.
Got you. Absolutely. Beautiful. So and I like that because I've seen, and from my studying of brands and branding and the development of brands, I've seen that the most authentic brands are those that people resonate with the most because once it feels homey, it feels like, you know, it's something that you're almost not selling to people. It's just fun and they're embracing it. People tend to latch onto that, and I'm seeing that's what you did.
Yeah. And that's the kind of content I actually also resonate with. It's like when it
Got you.
is authentic, it's in your space, it's coming from your point of view. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so this has been a brilliant start to the episode, but we're due for our first break, and we'll be back with more Crystal after this.
yes.
You spend months planning for the perfect event. You have great guests, you have great speakers, and the event is a success. But in 24 hours, it's gone. But what if it doesn't have to be? Introducing Event Voices by Game Changers. We shoot a live podcast episode at your event, turning your speakers into content. We blend our production quality with your event. Your speakers plus our production quality and distribution equals more leads for everybody. For more information on how you can transform your event into something game-changing, contact us via the information on the screen.
Creating videos can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. Let me show you how Veed makes it easy in just 3 steps. Step 1. Upload your video to Veed's platform. It's as simple as drag and drop, no tech skills needed. Step 2. Edit your video with powerful tools. Add text, music, and effects to make it pop. Step 3. Export your masterpiece in seconds. Share it with the world and watch your creativity shine. Want to try it out? Use code VEED20 for a discount. Stop stressing and start creating with Veed today.
All right, Crystal. So before we left, you just basically spoke about origins, right? We went into the origins of your business and your brand, your lifestyle brand. But I still think that some people might not really understand what this brand is. You know, they see the content and they like the content, but they might not understand what exactly your brand is. So describe your brand for us.
Well, I would say it's definitely a platform where you can come to get recipes and non-alcoholic share, like be part of a non-alcoholic community.
Right.
But it's also a platform that I want to showcase Caribbean, what I like to say, Caribbean excellence on it.
Okay.
So I use every opportunity to not only showcase our music and the musicians, but like entrepreneurs, just leaders in the Caribbean space, so designers, anybody who I really want the world to see,
Mhm.
what they bring to us.
Got you. And I've seen some of your episodes, and I've seen that you've been accomplishing that. I really liked the one with Kess.
Oh,
Um, it's very entertaining and very interesting. I see that he was very into it as well. So that was really interesting, and I see the Caribbean excellence angle as well, because people often forget that Caribbean people are professionals as well. I
yeah.
mean, on the global stage, we are thought of, as party people, as people who like to have fun, which we are. But we're so much more than that. Within the entertainment space as well, there's excellence and there's professionalism and people who take their job seriously. Caribbean people are proud people, and I've seen that you're really embracing that through your content.
Yeah. I guess I have to have you on the show too, Quinn.
Oh,
We gotta
uh,
flip the
for
cameras.
sure. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm down 100%,
Yeah.
100% with it. All right. So then, okay. Um, I know this has also grown into like a lifestyle brand, right? And I know that you've done some collaborations with various entities. So tell me a little bit about that. And how has that been developing?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, all the brands I just use it on my own every day anyway. So
Okay, okay.
it's interesting. Like when I started, there was no sort of brand collaboration in any way.
Mhm.
But people were receptive, and then brands were eventually receptive when they
Got you.
saw the content. And so I was able, I started getting a lot of people outreaching to see how we could partner together. How I could naturally continue to show their products
Right.
in this experience, and from there it kind of took off. Yeah, I do work with a lot of interesting, innovative brands. I work with some of our cultural brands in
Right.
Trinidad, like Angostura, and
Yes.
as I do the show, I connect with other Caribbean people, islands I've never been to, um,
Right.
like Haiti, and I've been using products from all across the Caribbean, and I really want to showcase that to the world, because we should have our products everywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah,
And I see, again, it's a market that's not tapped into, because many Caribbean people and people throughout the global climate are becoming more, like you said, health conscious,
yes,
and want to do things a little bit differently. And even if it's a break they're taking from alcohol, right? So they're
right,
not giving it up completely. They're just taking a break. Or they're probably, let's say they're driving and they want to have fun, but they will still want to drive without drinking.
yeah.
All of that ties in well. So I can see why this is a growing market. And I like the trend that you're on. And I love collaborating with people. So yes, let's find ways to collaborate even further, man. I love that. I think you're a game changer, and I love what you're doing.
We gotta mix a Quinn drink,
We
a
do, we
Quinn
do, we
tea.
do, we do, we do. Absolutely. All right. So then, what would you say are the cause of your brand? What can people learn or expect when they collaborate with you?
Yeah, definitely. Fun. First of
Okay.
all, we're
Yes.
going to have fun.
100%.
When you're drinking, this is a lime, but definitely, and I would say whether it's a creative, a business person, a brand itself, who wants to connect with, to collaborate with me, I think the main thing you're going to get is I'm going to be showcasing you recipes that I truly love.
Okay.
And I'm also going to be crafting it to you. I'm going to be using ingredients that I love, Caribbean ingredients, as much as I can get. But you're going to come out with a true at the end of this of that episode, you're going to come out with not only a recipe, but you're going to come out with an experience of learning something more about the brand, the person, and the culture.
Got you. Absolutely. Now, I know that you started in one industry and you've really transitioned into something that is truly your own, something that is truly yours. And that is a scary step to take. Just be honest. It can be scary, and it puts a lot of challenges on you as well as responsibilities. Obviously, the gains are yours to celebrate as well. But what was that like? What was that leap like, to really embrace your own brand and to become the person you are today?
I think you hit the nail on the head. Scary. Definitely doing a lot of things that you would, especially for me. I know people say they're shy, and you
Yeah.
might not think I am, but I really am.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So I learn something new every day. I have to, show up with grace because sometimes I don't know how to do certain things. I'm learning as I go. But I think my mom always says it best: just go brave. Just do it. Doesn't matter if like there's going to be challenges. If you fail,
Hmm.
like just got to keep trying, and you learn along the way. So I think that was the biggest thing, is getting over the fear of just failing, doing things I don't know what to do. And I never used to be on camera
Right.
at all. Like, so even that, like, learn, and that just showing up as you are on camera. Sometimes you mightn't say all the right things, but I just have to show up authentically. So learning to just continue being myself and not let fear control how things are.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, just being you, it can be a scary thing to be just be you,
Yes.
sometimes, just being yourself, because you're afraid, okay, what does the world think about me? And I go through it all the time. You said that as well. I
Yeah.
am not necessarily, I am naturally an introvert. Um and I'm just somebody who's very curious. And I saw this as a platform that could spread my curiosity with the world, as well as educate other individuals.
Yeah.
That is why I developed it, and it seems like that's something similar with you as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I love your platform too. I see the people that you bring on, again, Caribbean excellence, Caribbean leaders. And I
Yes.
think it's really important that we show that to the world as much as possible in my small way with a mocktail. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And we're highlighting our own, and I mean, who if we don't do it, who will? Let's just be
Exactly.
honest, right?
Exactly.
We have to do it, and then trust me, the bigger brands and the bigger people out there will start taking notice, because we're changing the game within our segment, and once we start doing that, the world will start to know, right?
Yeah.
So yes, so I appreciate what you're doing, and I see a kindred spirit in yourself as well. Beautiful. All right, so we're due for another break, and in the final break, we will have an extended talk, a little bit more into the depths of the business, and some of the challenges, and so on and so forth. Hello, game changers. Over the years, you guys have consistently expressed how happy and how interested you are in the caliber of guests we feature on Game Changers. Well, now we're going to take it to the next level. These very same guests will now be instructors in an exclusive community, giving their insights and ideas to transform the game for your own business. We are launching two communities. The first of which is called Your Next Move. This is for entrepreneurs looking not just to make their enterprises profitable, but also to make it transformative. The second one is the Creatives Hub. This is for creatives looking to transform their art through the insights of practitioners who have been there before. This is not for everybody. It's only for those who are looking to transform their lives and truly elevate the game. So, if you're interested, follow Game Changers via the link to our Patreon today. This episode was recorded on riverside.fm. Log on today to start your own podcasting journey. All right, Kristel. So we're back, and yeah, let's delve a little bit deeper into like I said, some of the challenges that you've faced. So you've moved from just solely digital content to doing some physical pop-ups and in-person events. Now I know that would create some opportunities for you, but it'll also create some challenges. So I guess you could probably speak about both of them, both the opportunities and the challenges that New Leap has created for you?
Yeah, yeah. Again, something new that I haven't done before, stepping out
Yes.
of the my apartment and really wanting to have people actually try in person what we want to do. So that does come with some challenges,
Yes.
getting products to Trinidad that I want to incorporate, getting the right contacts to even do a pop up.
Yeah.
It's quite hard, and I'm not in Trinidad, so I don't, or the Caribbean, so I'm trying to like connect the pieces from away. But what I have found is once you're going to probably get a lot of no's, but once you put yourself out there, eventually people will start seeing the value in what you're doing and the mission behind it. So I definitely think, yeah, connections and networking from VC has been a blessing and a challenge in a way.
Yes, yes, I get that a lot. I get
Yeah,
that a lot. So then, going out in public. Well, it's not just going out and doing extroverted stuff, but it's also putting yourself out there, putting your brand out there, and that can expose in different ways. Good and things that need to improve as well. Right?
yeah, for sure, for sure. Because when you're in person now, you're talking to people in real time.
Yes.
And you, as we said before, you want to be authentic, which I always am. Once I start a conversation, I'm just gonna be who I am. But then
Yes.
you might worry, wait, did I say the right thing? So that is something that does come up, but I think I really do enjoy having that live experience with everyone and hearing the stories, because that actually helps me continue doing this. Hearing that people they are looking for these experiences, they are so happy they're in the middle of a carnival fete and they could come to my stand and have a pretty drink in hand and have a time with like everybody else. That really does keep me going with this.
Absolutely, yes. So you create spaces where there were no spaces before, and really as an innovator and as somebody who is, you're not inventing a path, but
Yeah.
you're really developing a path. That can be scary because you're so used. People are so used to their own spaces, and now you have to almost be like a disruptor in the space. Because you're doing something that is not common, and that can be a scary thing. And but I'm seeing that you're doing it. I mean, it's a difficult thing, but you're doing it. So
I'm glad you're seeing it. Yeah, yeah, it is. But interestingly enough, I never like once I started doing this from on the show itself, I saw that there were so many people who were
Mhm.
looking for this. So I knew it wasn't like a net zero thing I'm starting from and
Yes.
trying to convince people to drink. Because no, it's not even that. It's like there's already people there who want this, and we're bringing it to them in a bigger way. That's what we want to do.
Absolutely. Now, as the zero proof and mocktail industry continues to grow, how do you see Caribbean flavors fitting in the mix? Because I mean, the world loves us, right? Naturally, they love us. But how do you see us fitting within the mix, within the broader market, and influencing it as well?
Yes, I mean, when you think of the Caribbean, of course, you think of all the beautiful flavors, juices, coconut, fruits, vegetables.
Hmm.
But you also think rum. I think that's everyone
Yes.
also thinks rum,
Yes, you do.
right? And I feel like we could really make a mark in the zero proof space with rums. Like imagine having a beautiful Angostura that's made into a rum, and you get that same Trini Caribbean
Right.
flavors from all the different islands. I don't feel like that's truly tapped into yet. There are some really good rum brands here, but I still always have to mix it with our local flavors, to
Right.
really make it feel like home. And we definitely can lead in that space.
Got you. So right, and I like that a lot. So really, and I guess maybe sometimes we again going back to authenticity, we may be afraid to embrace who we truly are and think that we have to elevate it or make it seem a little bit different so that it can cater to a certain class of people when that certain class of people actually likes us for who we are and just be
Yes.
naturally ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that, and that makes a lot of sense. So I guess maybe truly embracing that the tropical stuff and things that are truly authentically Caribbean, I think can go a long way.
Oh my gosh, yes. I feel like people want tropical experiences all the time. And I
Yeah.
often find like, yes, I speak and do this through a Caribbean lens, but I have a
Mhm.
lot of audience from across the world.
Yes.
And I don't know, they connect with it because who doesn't love a Caribbean experience? Who doesn't love their Caribbean friends and want to come and visit us and, taste all the flavors that we have? So yeah, like I don't think we should be ever looking at ourselves like, oh, we need to get to where people are. We are already there. They need to, discover us as much as possible.
Absolutely, you're on point with that. I agree with that 100%. And it's about getting ourselves out there,
Mhm.
in terms of reach and marketing and just showcasing our culture to the world. Absolutely
Yeah.
love it. All right, so your content series features creatives and entrepreneurs and cultural voices. What is the most memorable experience you've had so far?
I feel it is quite a lot, and I feel like it comes in like phases, like different. Like from my first experience when I did Swappy, the video with Swappy's Bucket, just showcasing the song itself, and the artist actually Swappy liked my video. I was over the moon. And and like really, and I was like, it's not going to get better than this. They just like it, that is enough for me, and it still is. But then, as you mentioned, Cass, I really didn't believe that would happen. And I kept saying, I was like, one day I would have Cass and
Yeah,
Masha.
yeah.
I will listen out all the people I want, Nyla, and when that happened within the first year of Soca Mocktails, it was it was like after like 3-4 months of me like really pushing through Soca Mocktails. That was a really big milestone, and I knew I had something there because again, if these like leaders in the space and these wonderful creatives are open to sharing these experiences, not just with me but with the audience, I think I knew that this is something that is going to expand.
Absolutely, 100%. And I like that you said that you had that as a goal down the line, and suddenly that goal is in front of you, and that creates two things. It creates opportunities, but it also creates challenges again, because now, okay, it's here and we have to actually accommodate for this individual. We have to be more professional. I
Yeah,
mean, it's not that you were not professional before, but you have to elevate it, because of the reality is that different strokes for different folks, right?
exactly.
So what was that like? What was the opportunity like? And I mean, you seem like you handled it well, but I'm sure that there's something behind the scenes that nobody knows about. So tell me a little bit
Oh
about
my goodness. I was really nervous because, I did have my first major artist on the show, Mr. Kevin Carter, and we had a time, but it was more like we were in a home setting and,
Right.
just one on one. But when it comes, cast, like bigger artists, the team is there. And it was my first time really interacting with somebody at that caliber with this whole history behind him. So I was absolutely nervous. I remember I couldn't. I'd like to do the intros before, right? And I wanted to do the little intro line before he came in, and I could not say it right. I kept messing up, and his team was there, and they were so gracious. They made me feel so like at ease. They're like, we're gonna step outside. You just do it, and then we come back. And they did,
Right.
and I was able to catch it really quickly. And then from there, once the intro is done, we had a time. Kes came, such a gracious person, so kind. He was like tasting. What you all saw on screen was just the drink we mixed, but I bought like my whole bar. I packed my whole bar in that suitcase, and we were just doing samples and everything. And then that night, he went on stage. He performed for Virginia Carib Fest. It was great. That was like that was a really cool experience.
Wow, I can imagine. I like that, that unique insight, and people, and that's good for people to know, because sometimes people might look at this and say, oh, this is a one shot, you got it correct. right away. And that's not the reality. We are
No.
humans. Even as content creators, we make mistakes. I know I make mistakes all the time. If I have to put out my bloopers, I think my bloopers will go more viral than the actual content that I shoot, because I make mistakes so many times, and that's okay as well.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to know and to be imperfect. We are all human, and we're all trying this thing out, this content creation thing out, which is new to I,
Yeah.
is new to the world, really.
Exactly.
People assume that, well, I guess the younger people might assume that it's been around for a very long time, but I mean, this is very new. It's novel in many ways, and we're really trying to embrace it and really trying to elevate it. And
Yeah.
mistakes come when those things happen. So just live through it. I mean, it might be a bit embarrassing, but yeah, I guess just live through it.
100%. And not even just like mistakes with bloopers, what you say, when you're shooting outside with the elements, next story.
Oh wow!
My
Oh
drinks
wow!
would be flying. I did a shot in Egypt, and it just randomly got windy in the middle of the shoot, and all the
Wow!
milk flew all over me. But it's
Oh
funny, and I made a video from it because, like you said,
yeah,
bloopers. I love blooper videos.
yeah, yeah. It's authentic stuff, behind the scenes. BTS goes viral just because of
Right.
that, because it's off again. I think I've used that word a lot so far. Authentic, authentic. Just be yourself, and people embrace it, right? Now, I know that community connection and celebration are some of the key things that you do. You already spoke about the Caribbean community, and I'm also seeing that you're embracing the artist community as well. So tell me, how do you maintain that authentic, intimate community feel, but also try to grow your brand and make it become a big viable business eventually?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think like, oh, I'm going to do this in order to balance it out. I
Okay.
feel how it just happens is that, again, being authentic. Like the things I show you, the ingredients, the drinks, the brands, even the brands I use, is what I use. Like I'm
Yes.
not going to show you something that I don't like or don't. So just keeping it true to what I believe in. I feel people can see that or maybe even sense it. So that's one thing. And then I feel another part of it is on connecting with people. So when I'm that person, if you message me about asking me questions about certain things, that's I'm going to answer you. It's not a bot, it's me answering you because you're part of the journey and the community, and I'm part. Sharing in your journey too because
Yes.
you're coming to this for a reason. So in terms of like the people, the audience, I think definitely just communicate, and not just through the drink mixes but outside of that. Another reason why I like to do pop-ups is I get to like meet people, and make lifelong friends all over the world because of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I can imagine how, again, it's networking is really making friends. A lot of people don't see it that way, but that's what networking is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we think about business in those terms, making friends, growing together, embracing, our growth, then I guess it becomes a little bit less daunting in our minds.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do as well. And again, I like to hear that I have a kindred spirit as well. So I'm looking. I'll look to you for support, Kristel, when
Of
I
course.
I'm going down. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Now let's look forward into your future. As this brand continues to grow and develop,
Hmm.
uh, what does it look like maybe in the next 5 years in terms of development?
Yeah. I quickly, through Soca Mocktails, through the show, and even the pop ups, realized we still have an access problem.
Ah,
So
okay.
getting some of these products, producing some of these products on our own, it's just not, fully there yet. So one of my main things, even within, I would say, the next year, but it will continue over like a projection of time, is to make sure we're having access to these things. It's very hard to have to order something on Amazon, wait for it to come, fly down, pay extra taxes in it. So my mission next is to bring to the Caribbean the products that they can use and experience in these in the zero proof space.
Absolutely, absolutely. So then, okay, so let's go a little bit further. Um, Maybe let's talk about governmental support or whoever support.
Yeah.
How do you get that support to make that more of a reality for you? Since that's a major struggle.
I think that is a great question. And doing the show, meeting, continuing networking, and even like coming on podcasts like this, hopefully we have somebody within the Caribbean in leadership position that would listen to this and reach out and connect. I'm always sending proposals and emails to people
Yes.
because I do think it's quite important to have leaders take this seriously or to connect with this as well. So, if I want to work with Arrive Alive, that's a really amazing company organization that I would love to work with because their whole mission is to ensure that people arrive alive, right? And that's part of this too. It's not the entire thing, but it actually adds to it. So working with organizations like that, I am always ready and open to meeting with government officials who are looking to see innovative ways within the health sector, because this impacts I don't normally like to say, oh, drinking a mocktail is going to solve everything, but it is part of, it won't. But it is a part of a broader journey, a wellness journey that some people do tap into. So, we could think of it that way. And, I think that's one of my missions is to connect with the right people, leaders in this space that can help us push the movement.
Absolutely, absolutely, and like I said, that's why I encourage you guys, those of you who are watching this, and you as well, Kristel, to share this content, because you never know who it will reach. I've spoken to individuals, people have reached out to me from organizations who saw my content, and I never really thought that they would see it necessarily. I didn't target it at them, but they saw it. So that's why I always encourage individuals here to like, to share, to comment, to get this content going out so that individuals can see it and embrace it. And you never know what can become of this this vision and this mission that will not just impact us as business owners, but also impact you in the future.
Yes. Like, share, reshare, save.
Do all of the above. All of the above. Do whatever.
Stories.
Yes, and stories as well. All right. Final question for you. A young person is looking at this and loves your content, loves your personality, but wants to do something similar to this. Maybe not Soca Mocktails, not necessarily within the drinks or maybe even the food sector, but wants to do something like this in terms of creating content and leveraging social media and content to elevate their lives. What will you say to them?
Go for it. Do it. Do not let fear stop you. Do not let the fact that you mightn't have the best camera, the best lighting. I was started on my little small iPhone, the mini that did not have high quality, and it doesn't matter. To an extent, yes, eventually you can get all those things, but the story, what your point of view and your perspective is the most important thing. People will listen and enjoy if you are putting out something positive and something just fun, So go for it. Don't let anything stop you.
Absolutely. I like that a lot, and I would agree with that. And I've seen that is the same advice I would give individuals as well. Go for it, and shoot for the stars. Because you never know where you can land if you shoot for the stars.
Yes, I love that.
Absolutely. Now, I know, Kristel, you had a question for me as well. Yes. So what was your question?
Well, first of all, I love mixing up drinks from around the Caribbean.
Yes.
So I want to know, what is I would say national or very, very St. Lucian drink that I can make in my next episode with you?
That's a very good question. I think, well, it's not really Saint Lucian, but I know around the Caribbean, around the December time, we drink a lot of sorrel.
Okay, okay.
So sorrel is very. I think Saint Lucians almost feel like they own sorrel in some ways.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
But so
debate.
yeah, so sorrel based drinks, I think is something that very local. So if you can do any sorrel based thing,
Okay.
absolutely, and it makes you sorrel in it. Yeah,
What was
solutions
what was
really
your
do like
favorite
it.
childhood drink? Because we could recreate that.
Ooh, well, that is very interesting. So okay, so I like guava,
Okay,
and
good.
the guava juice, but mixed with citrus in it. So that is what um I we drank a lot of growing up. So what we would do is we would have guava juice, and
Mhm.
then we would squeeze some lime in it, and it would give it a slight sour taste with the sweetness of the guava. And let me tell you something, there's nothing like that when it's cold. Nothing, absolutely nothing on this earth like that concoction. So it was a mocktail. We didn't know it was a mocktail at the time, but it was a mocktail that we love to make,
All
and still
right.
love to make now. So yeah,
We're going to have to make that with you.
well, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so we'll collaborate on the other end. So it will be Soca Mocktails hosting Game Changers instead of Game Changers hosting Soca Mocktails, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's do it. All right. So Kristel, this has been an amazing conversation. I like I loved your content, but now I like Kristel the person as well. So I want to thank you so much for saying yes to this first and foremost. You said yes and you booked. I'm spilling the beans. You said yes to this and you booked almost immediately. Many people say yes and then they take a very long time before they book. So I just say thank you for saying yes. It really means a lot to me, and I want to continue to encourage you to continue being you because your authenticity comes out in front of the camera, and we love it. So thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me on the show. I absolutely loved always talking with a fellow creative and fellow Caribbean creative. So thank you.
Absolutely,
Oh, we got a
absolutely.
cheers, huh? This is
Yeah.
your
Cheers.
drink, so I'm just going to
All
do this.
right.
I want to cheers, Quinn.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
I guess I
Beautiful.
should sip.
Yes, for sure. All right, guys. So this has been another Game Changers episode, and to thank you for coming on. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember what we spoke about earlier on. If you're watching on YouTube,
Like,
or
share.
if you're listening wherever you get your podcast, share it as well. Share our content as we continue to develop. Game Changers is available wherever you get your podcasts, as well as across social media platforms as well. Anyhow, as I always say, stay hungry, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.